and you all continue to obstinately refuse to actually pay attention to the information that is accurately describing reality.
Right. That's the best
That's
evidence
right.
for the globe.
That's
Is
right,
that
Chemo.
you don't listen, you don't accept the belief.
Hey, Brian Abbott, why?
Why what?
Your question that you asked. Why would we do that?
Why would you try and prove the religion you're in? Is that what you're asking?
Why would I bring you evidence of a globe?
I think what you lot do not realise is we are here to try and soften the blow of you lot realising reality. That's what we're here for. Me and Chemo didn't have this help. We had to do it on our
Are you
own.
avoiding the question again,
It was
Brian?
very painful when you come to the realisation that the very government you pay to look after you is lying to you every time they open their mouths.
Are you avoiding my question, Brian?
Why what? What are you talking about? Why?
Why would we bring you evidence of a globe spinning?
You can't. That's why you can't. Because there isn't any. There's no spin. There's no curvature. Two of the fundamental things you need to live on a spinning ball, and you cannot provide that. There isn't any.
Again, why are you asking for this then?
To disprove what your fucking beliefs are. It's nonsense. We've all been there.
So you're asking the question,
through it.
and you say, and you admit that you're immediately gonna deny it. Why the fuck do you do that, Brian?
Believe you me, this truth will come out, and the first persons that will get thrown under the bus are you lot.
Oh, buses now. Now, is that a threat? Am I supposed to feel offended?
Believe you me.
Is that the best you got, Brian?
Because it will come to a tipping
2,000 years ago.
where they have to admit.
Do you guys like to argue? Is this like what the purpose of this is? Like, honestly, because you know damn well the other night, actually it was last night, I was in here just listening, and it's funny. I think it's hilarious because you guys, this is your guys' area, right? You guys are Globers. We're coming into your place. Fine. You guys are joking last night, making fun of us all for fucking hours on end. So we can't come in here and talk about the things that you want to passionately sit there and degrade us about.
Did the Globe Order answer to any question? Yes. Did the Flat Earther answer to any question? No. Do you really think it's not funny for us? It's damn funny. That's why we are making jokes about you.
There is nothing.
Not even an answer from your side. Not even shut up. Not even a number, not even something that can be measured, not even a repeatable evidence. You are a joke, and you're gonna be a joke in society.
You have no spin, and you have no curvature. Two fundamental facts you need
evidence to try to provide to you
of spinning ball.
What are you wanting? What information are you wanting from Flat Earthers of evidence? Because we never came in here to try to provide evidence.
So if you are so smart, can you explain to me how long is the flat Earth?
Who knows? I haven't been able to measure it.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So that's proof everything. That's why we are joking about you.
You think you're fucking idiot.
Dakota, she asked you a question and then you talk all over the answer. Let her respond, man. Come on, Mon.
I have not measured it, right? No Flat Earther has measured it, so we can't give you that information. The point is, though, is neither have you guys or the people claiming that they have. So the issue is not what I have measured. The issue is what you guys are letting in the information spread about and laugh about when you don't even have the evidence yourself.
Yes, we have the evidences.
Are you sure about that, though?
Yes, we have the evidences, but for you...
I'm absolutely positive about that because I just sat here and listened to you guys and your freaking conclusion is...
For you, all the evidences...
It's laughable.
For you, all the evidences are not going to be taken in consideration because you are denying everything what's in reality. That's the pure argument and pure reality that you're living in. And this is the crying fact. And the only thing that we can do is just to joke about everything what you have in your mind. Only jokes. Because, for example,
no evidence
for example, if I'm going to tell you, because with the Canada arm from ISS, we have been measured everything, and the calculations that have been, the measurements that have been put in Google Earth, and we are using day by day Google Earth, according with the data that have been provided from the Canada arm, how it is in English, thing that have been measured the Earth, yeah, and it's there. And it has been bought by Google, and you're not going to accept it because ISS is not real, but we know for a certain because it has been done it like that. And Google is using those data for us to have correct measurements. But do you accept those things?
Sad case, mate.
So exactly how much do you blatantly dismiss? Do you have any idea about how much you blatantly dismiss?
Who are you talking to?
The thing that I find funny is I've traveled around the U.S. and I've never found the distances to be incorrect between cities. Yet these clowns want me to verify that the distances are as stated. Nobody has ever found that they are not correct. So we can use that as a correct answer.
I actually, at my job, had the project where I had to calculate the distances for couriers. And the calculations worked only if they were done from a sphere surface formula, Haversine formula.
And talk like a
This
cunt.
statement only works on a globe model.
Absolutely fucking ridiculous thing to say.
This sounds so silly.
Yes, Kimo, what's wrong with that? Can you
So,
explain,
Kimo,
can you explain for me?
What's your fucking job, Kimbo? Have
It's
you had
a
to do
surface.
something like this at your job in real life?
Even
And not
though
on
the
fucking
Earth has
Discord.
no measurable curvature, our calculations tell us it has to work on a globe model.
That's blatantly incorrect.
No,
Kimo, 'cause
Kimo,
just the
not
other
has
day,
to work.
it was covered
Works.
that there is multiple measurements to the actual curvature, to the horizon.
Oh my god, Cabaz, what are you saying?
Oh my god!
It's called facts. I know that you're not used to that.
Complete and utter fucking
So you've
hogwash.
measured to the horizon, yeah? Let's take a look.
You already were given that just the other day, and you were asked multiple times what you were just given, and you played the same stupid sea lining of what, and asking the same question 14 times that was answered 14 times.
Go on then, give us a look at these measurements to the horizon.
Are you saying that nobody's ever made those measurements ever, Kimo? Is that what you're saying?
I said, go on then, give us a look at those measurements to the
No,
horizon.
I mean, you asked him if he'd personally done it, Kimo. That was the way you phrased the question.
Yeah, I said, go on then, give us a look at those measurements.
So are you saying that unless you've personally done it, you can't use any third-party information?
Listen to my words. Go on then, let's have a look at those measurements.
No, that wasn't what you said first time, though, was it?
Go on, let's have a look at those measurements, Cabals.
Kimo, we know this tactic. You always go on. Let's see it then.
Go on then, let's have a look at what you're
and then
talking
you
about.
deny
Are you talking
immediately
about the
anything that is
measurements
being
that
shown.
even
Kimo.
you provided in the photos?
And when it gets difficult, what he'll do is say, well, you wrote that, didn't you? Ha 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 ha. Which is what he did when I produced the arc of the parallel and the measurements of North America. He accused me of writing it. So it's a bit strange that he's asking for his stuff.
Oh yeah, we don't want any writing.
If it
we want a practical
with his
measurement
point,
of the physical
then he's just
curvature
going
of
to
the Earth.
accuse you of writing it, and that's weird.
Yeah,
It's
does
the black
anyone ever
swan,
have
it's
any
not a
practical physical measurements of the Earth?
Actually,
no
we even included the measurements.
And they wrote it down.
We even included the measurements that you provided in those photos, an analysis of the situation.
Brian, help me out. They're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm asking for measurements, and they keep going to.
Yeah,
other
run
things.
away, chemo. Spiral out of control.
Assist you.
I'll give you
If
measurements,
you ask
mate.
for measurements or something like that.
Fictitious. Absolutely fictitious.
No,
It's
they've got them, Brian. They've got measurements of curvature. Just ask them to see them.
Here you go. They're going in the post now, Brian. These are the measurements that I've provided to Chemo multiple times. It's a historical document. We've got
How long did it
personal
take them to make
testimony
those
of those
measurements?
people.
What was the time scale?
They did it over about 12 years, mate. Because they.
No, I mean, what time in the
thousands of
morning
them.
did they start?
You know, again, what's that got to do with the point? So there's the evidence, Chemo. Do you want to have a look at it?
What time did they start making measurements?
There's the evidence, Chemo. Do you want to have a look at it? I did it over 12
Okay,
years. So I'm sure that they started at different times of day with different groups of people, and it wasn't always at the same time.
You're sure? How sure?
So you know, let's look at the evidence rather than trying to find a reason.
How sure are you about this
dismiss
information?
it. So do you want to look at the evidence or not?
Because you're not so sure now.
Can you?
You
know, I actually like hearing you and your perspective and stuff, and I really do respect it sometimes. You know what I mean? And we always never argue. But anyway, my point is what are you actually showing right now? Because I can't really look up the information. Can you give me a little bit of information about it?
Sure, it was basically a survey that was done of North America. I put the entire document in there. It's 850 odd pages.
Break it down for us.
And basically, I'm going to shut up because people ever talking. Go on.
Can we replicate this test?
It's been replicated multiple times over history, Brian.
Can we do it now?
Yeah, Larry GPS has already done some of it.
No, who's we? Flat earthers? No, you're utterly incompetent.
Humans, not flat earthers, humans.
You're not humans.
It's been done many, many times.
Yeah, Stacey's asking you how. Can you break it down for us? She's asking.
Again, couldn't get a sentence out.
Yeah, Stacey wants you to break down.
Long. Make your sentences shorter, like 1 or 2 words.
Yeah, break it down. Give them 2 words, the breakdown of this transcontinental survey.
Look, I'm sorry. I was just wanting a summarization of what it was about. I'm not trying to start nothing.
Let them do it.
Very quickly, Stacey. Very quickly. It was done in the 19th century. It was done over North America. It was a big thing at the time. Loads of people. In fact, they even list the names of all the different surveyors who were in there that did it. And it's a complete catalogue of what they did. And this is what I find. It's in real fucking detail. And Chemo wants me to summarize it in a word or 2. Or ask stupid questions like, what time did they start in the morning? Which is a meaningless, puerile question just to try and make it jokey, rather than actually look at a piece of evidence which contradicts what you believe.
What kind of method did they use? Like, what did they do?
How many pages?
Hold on, Brian. Goodness sakes. Go on, Dress.
She'll have to look at the document. I'm not going to spoon feed all the evidence to her. She's got the evidence. I've given her a quick summation of what it was about. She can go and look in. It discusses the method and what they did and how they did it.
Doesn't know, Stacey.
That's what you think, Chemo, yet I've explained it to you multiple times. So, once again, how weird that you're intentionally trying to deceive someone,
explain it to Stacey.
Which is known as lying. Chemo.
Prove it. Explain it to Stacey what you explained to me.
When you stop being a cunt, I'll do it, Chemo.
Not me asking you. Stacey wants to know. Asking you for the method, Durus.
It's in the document scheme.
The method. Yeah, she can't access the document right now.
So sorry for her.
So she's hoping that Drus.
Well, I think somebody has explained to her over time how surveying is done, generally speaking.
No. We're talking about back then, Mike. This document, what was the method?
Yes. Surveying techniques are very similar.
Yeah, but we're talking about this method in particular, Mike.
Surveying techniques are similar. It's been explained.
But we don't want similar. We want this method that Drus is saying that he's provided that shows there was curvature. That's the point.
Well, why don't
It's
you read the fucking
distances.
document and then you can work out if there is a difference between
And as soon as
today's
Stacey
methodologies
asks
and that.
him,
So
Kimo, why
again,
don't you read for her?
can't actually look at the
Kimo.
evidence, Chemo. Once again,
Kimo.
you're just refusing to look at it.
Kimo, why don't you
Distances,
read for her?
angles, and trigonometry, Kimo. Now, does she understand all of that? Or is this something that maybe you can't just, blurt out
Stacey's
briefly?
asking for the method.
Across?
Druss is running away from this. He's bit the dust.
Yes, and you said that
After
she
she's
doesn't.
gone through, maybe she can come up with some specific questions about what she doesn't
The
understand.
method.
Maybe she'll get it all. Maybe
Wants
she'll
the
get
method,
it all.
man.
But the point is, you don't just go and explain an entire document like this.
Not an entire document.
way
He wants
that
a
you're
summary of the
for it.
method.
Well, are you going to be the eternal sea lion queen, Chemo?
Well, we want a summary of the method that Druss says proves curvature.
Well, if you
Lion
want
Queen
a
it
summary of
And I
the
won't be
method,
a fuck
then
off.
read the document. It took me only about 44 seconds to find the actual description of the method used.
Yeah, but you can read.
Oh gosh, are you saying that the method is contained in the document? And it would be
No.
really good if people are trying to independently and skeptically review something, that rather than listening to someone else's interpretation, they could go to the fucking source? My God, cowbells, that is an amazing idea. I don't know why more
can
people
I just
haven't come
say
across
one thing real quick? I know you guys want to attack Chemo, and this is a thing back and forth, and Chemo and you guys have, I don't know, your own little beef. But when other people come in here, but it doesn't have to be me. Say someone new. Please, if it only takes 44 seconds for you guys to find that method and description, and someone new wants to know, why
really
waste
don't-
all this time arguing back and forth? And you could have just told me.
I
It's
really don't
stupid.
believe you
Because you're
because you
not
don't
used
have
to it.
access
Anyway,
to the
guys,
paper.
I wasn't even upset if you didn't tell me.
No,
I really
you
don't
guys-
believe you.
you're not new. You've been around this environment for years.
Right, and you know what,
actually
Bullseye? I
engage
told
with,
you
you're
if you know
engaged
it
for
was
another
okay.
flat earther. So
Right?
don't do that. I have
No, but
respect
did I
for your
not
ability.
did I not say that it was okay if you didn't know? But to argue back and forth and you guys could have just given the answer, it's kind of stupid. That's all I'm saying. I'm not mad at anybody.
Stacy,
Stacey,
people
have you
gave
ever-
Chemo an answer 100 fucking times. How do you think that ended?
I'm not Chemo, and the next person that comes in here isn't Chemo either. You're not just talking to him. But anyway,
Okay,
I'm busy
Stacey,
right
has
now.
it
I'm
ever
not
been-
upset. Look, I'm not upset. I already said it was okay if you didn't tell me. I'll read the document later, okay, guys? Thanks.
Triangulation.
Yeah,
If
Stacey,
you're not
has
Chemo,
it-
why are you so much like Chemo?
Yeah, I'm curious, Stacey. Have you ever had this explained to you before? Nobody's ever explained how surveying was done. It's never been presented to you before.
He's having a conversation with Druss. He was hoping
Yes, and I'm
And there's
Druss...
different types of surveying. I'm not stupid. This is done at a different time, right? I just want to know what kind of surveying they did then, or method that they did. That was it. I'm okay if you guys don't want to tell me. Like I told you, I can read and research later. Thank you.
Guys, that's the problem here. Guys don't have anything to offer. That's why Druss knew, started to read the method.
Shut up,
The
Chemo.
method would have been broken down.
And Chemo knows that if he tells the truth, he'll get struck by a bolt of lightning from his satanic master for breaching his requirements to lie all the time.
No worries, he's incapable.
I'm sorry if you can't read, Chemo. I do feel sorry if that is the situation.
I can read you, and there is no
You think you
writing
can?
on that page. Blank page. The last page.
A blank page in an 800-page document. I can believe that.
On
There
the last
probably is a
page,
fly cover, and there's
or
probably an
print.
end cover, which are
Says
both
you
blank.
have
Yeah,
been
that would make
fooled.
sense. You'd have
This
to look at
is
the document to
beyond
find that. I mean,
ridiculous.
it's pathetic. It is pathetically sad that you think this is a way to argue for the
But what we're
truth.
looking for now, then, is not a squabble.
Do you deny what's presented by Dross?
He hasn't presented anything. He hasn't told us the method. We don't know the method. How,
Standard
He
survey.
has
document.
explained it to you many times.
No, we don't have a method there. So unless we have that
They use
method,
standard surveying.
So you're saying that Dross has never explained to you the method how they did the
Not that I remember, no. If you want to cite it, let's have a look. I don't remember ever him explaining the method or the methods that we used.
Okay, but do you deny the paper? Do you deny that those measurements have been taken?
It's just a paper, dude. Paper.
So you deny that? So you deny the measurement?
It's just a paper. What measurement? Who's made measurements? Let's take a look.
Okay. So you deny it. Okay.
Who's made measurements?
Yes, he denies all papers that
There's
don't
actually
have
a list of the people that made the measurements in the document.
Alright, what time do they start working? Let's have a look. Let's see the equipment that they used. The whole shebang.
I think the equipment is also in the paper.
Temo's in there getting everybody riled up.
No, we're simply here to find out if we want a ball or if it's a flat plane.
Oh, you're here to deny.
And sea lion.
I'll catch you
So
guys
what
later.
we're here
I'm
to
gonna
do
fuck
is
off.
raise awareness that
Later,
the Globers cannot provide evidence of what they think is true.
After you were just provided a 800-page document of evidence.
No, that's just writing. It's not actual evidence.
So everything that's written down is a lie.
In your world, yes, actually, yes. That's
No,
true.
no. In your world. We live
All
in the same
books,
world.
Everything
How
you've been
the
told is a
fuck
lie.
do you engage
Absolutely.
this?
Yeah, that's like me. I can say that England doesn't actually exist.
What's spherical trigonometry
It doesn't.
moaning about?
No one's measured England, so England doesn't exist.
Well, it's written down, so that invalidates it.
No, but everything that's written down is a lie. There is no England.
I've never been to England. Can't be real.
I went to London, but that can't be in England because London does exist, but England doesn't. Though I haven't measured London, so I don't know where I was.
Oh, Cunnage doesn't exist. I've never seen his face.
Yeah, I've only seen CGI of Chemo, so he doesn't exist either.
You don't want to see his face.
He's actually a white woman.
Are you contending that Cunnage is real? You've seen his face? You've seen video of him?
Yeah.
No one's
Okay, was
measured
it
him.
on YouTube? If it
Where's the
wasn't on
measurement?
YouTube, it doesn't count.
No one's measured him physically.
He was measured and found wanton.
He had negative length.
Yeah, I mean, Moik, I know it's devastating, and this is why I've always offered trauma early on, because I saw what was coming. I saw the devastation that was ahead.
You offered strawman?
The devastation was clear, because you guys, I mean, look, you've got a lie. You cannot go around defending a lie and not be exposed. Now, obviously, we expose Globe Earthers.
I'm all for it. You need a lie.
Well, you've got no measurements. You're not hearing. You've got sticks based on assumptions.
Qualified as a measurement by any reasonable standard.
You've
So
got
I'm sorry.
Meisty saying, "Oh, let's put 5 sticks in 5 locations," and that tells us we're on a curved surface. I mean, this is just nonsensical beyond belief, right? If the Earth is curved, then there should be a drop from the horizontal. Now, we've never ever been able to show drop from horizontal anywhere.
My rolls back, Chemo.
What?
Can you put my rolls back, Chemo?
No, you're in the potty for a little bit.
Can you put my rolls back, please? I didn't say anything wrong, didn't breach any terms of service, haven't done anything to breach the rules. Please put my rolls back.
What did he do? What did he do?
I'll have them. I'll have them.
So, yeah, I mean, the whole thing, Moya, from head to toe, from top to bottom, there's just no truth in it. None at all. When it comes to...
Yeah, they're counter to everything that I see. I see evidence up, down, left, and right. I don't see why you deny said evidence. You don't seem to have a good reason for saying it, except for that's a paper.
Well, the horizon's horizontal for reasons. Horizontal mean horizon.
Have you measured it? Have you measured it?
The horizontal.
Yes, have you measured it for horizontal?
It's called the horizontal. Horizontal.
Yeah, that's right.
Horizontal means parallel to the plane of the horizon.
Yeah, but it's called horizon.
You've measured it. Yes. And they call it a globe.
No, because That horizontal does not go vertical. Ever.
Is it
Any point.
horizontal?
What?
the fuck?
We don't see that horizontal curve down towards the vertical.
Have you measured it horizontal? Have you measured it not curving?
Well,
Timestamp. Timestamp.
No, again, it's not. It doesn't work like that. That's not how things work around here in real world 2021, right?
Sure, dude. Show me it's horizontal.
No. We've always known it was flat from the very beginning.
Show me
Or
it's
have you
horizontal.
measured it? Where's the measurement?
Now, you
Where's the
want to know.
measurement?
No, hold on. Look. So you just want to know how flat.
No. Hold on, look. Where's the measurement?
How flat? That's a different question. How flat is the Earth? Right?
No, flat is
that's
one
not a
thing.
question.
No, because we're not saying like flat like a mirror or a window.
Okay, so curved then.
No, it's got hills and valleys. You know all that stuff, right?
No, horizon and water.
Yeah, the water.
On a
So,
concave.
the
Yeah,
water.
where's the measurement?
Now you want to know how flat is the water? Yeah.
No, I want the measurement.
Of how flat, the flatness.
Of
Yeah.
horizontal.
Yeah, you're saying it's flat and horizontal, so
So
show
you
me the
want to know
measurement.
the flatness.
No, I want to
No.
know if water is horizontal.
Water, large bodies of water cannot conform around the exterior. Yes.
And
right.
that's a positive claim. Can you provide a citation for that?
Yeah, Dal beyond the imaginary curve. We've seen him pour water on a basketball. Doesn't work.
That's not a large body of water. That's
That
a
is
small
large
body of water.
water. Yeah.
So a liter is a large body of water.
A liter.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, the stupidity of misscaling that would be approximately 400 miles of water
No, no
on the entirety
presuppositions.
surface of the Earth.
Without presupposing anything, the claim is water can stick to a board.
Yeah,
And it does. That's what the
Yeah.
term wet means.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not conforming.
it is
Yes,
conforming.
wet does conform to
No,
the
'cause you'll have
surface
dry
of the basketball.
patches and wet patches. Dry and
Yeah,
wet
we have
patches.
dry patches. Yeah,
Like
that's
we
what we
have
have
on
on Earth. We call it land.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
So you're
This
saying
little wheel.
okay. So you're saying the water on that ball is being pulled towards the center of what?
Oh, it's sticking to the sphere.
How is it being pulled?
I don't know how. It's
Culmination of
sticking to it.
forces is actually having it attract and stick to the surface of the basketball.
Yeah, but what's
The
it
problem
attracted
with
to?
what you all try to falsely
Where's the
present
center of
is
mass in a
a
basketball?
blatant misinterpretation of the scales, which would equate to over 400 miles of water on the surface of the Earth, which has never and will never be an actual observation.
Where's the center of mass on a basketball?
As previously described, the culmination of forces is what actually causes the water to adhere to the surface of the
But
basketball.
I'm asking on the basketball, where's the pulling? Where's the center of
Oh,
mass?
Oh,
You
your
can't even explain what that means.
The center
You
of the
claim-
core. The
you said
core,
that-
like we have an iron
you said-
core on the ball, an iron core. Where's the iron core on a basketball?
Oh, so it's not analogous, you're saying now?
I'm asking you. The reason why the water
Oh,
sticks to the
so it's
ball
not
is because you have an
analogous.
iron
Okay.
core where the water is pulling the water. Yeah.
Why
So
would
why
a
are you-
basketball have an iron core?
Yeah.
What's
Where's
wrong
the
with
Why
core
are-
of the basketball?
Why are you using a basketball as an analogy of something that it's not analogous to?
It's a ball.
Why
No,
would there be
But
an
it doesn't
iron
have
core?
a iron core.
Oh, where's the iron core?
It doesn't have a core, no. So how does the water stick to the basketball then?
Well, I don't know, but it's not analogous to the Earth, so why do you use it as your evidence?
Because we live on a
Not
ball.
due to gravity. It's not due
But
to
you
gravity.
just said that the basketball isn't analogous to the Earth because it
But
doesn't
the
have an
water,
iron
yes,
core.
the water sticks to the basketball, the water sticks to the earth. Both balls. One has a
Yes,
core, one
yes.
doesn't. How is this happening?
Yes, because it's a different mechanism.
Different mechanism. So what's the mechanism for the basketball?
The entire culmination of forces applies in
What
both
force
cases.
is on the basketball?
The entire culmination of forces.
What's the name of that force?
The entire culmination.
It's called a culmination force.
No,
The
many forces.
entire
Or the many
culmination of
force.
forces, plural.
It's called the many forces.
What was just stated, Chemo?
The many forces.
There you go, Chemo. Good job.
So it's called the many forces.
So without
Nope, there's
knowing
no
the cause,
in front of that.
without knowing the cause, does water stick to a basketball, Kimo?
That's what I'm asking you.
No. I'm asking you, does it stick to it? Is it wet?
Is the ball wet? Yeah, the ball can get wet.
Okay, so you don't need to know the cause in order to know that it is wet.
Well, I would like to know the cause of this effect, yeah.
Okay, do you guys have
for you to determine that it is wet, you don't have to know the cause.
basketball y'all were talking about, maybe spinning around and shit? Like, do you have anything to provide me that you guys are arguing about?
No, that's what Chemo offered, not us.
No, I highly doubt he was trying to offer that because he knows damn well that it is probably not out there.
No, he did. He said that Dell provided evidence that water cannot stick to a sphere by dropping water on a basketball. So it's Chemo's claim, not ours.
Oh my god. I really
There's
don't
two
think you guys
common
get anything
videos.
that Chemo says. I
There's
don't.
two common videos. One of them is them pouring a rather large amount of water on the surface of a basketball and then spinning it. And the other one is they use a plate, which is not at all analogous to the situation described by the globe. Because, for instance, it would be over 400 miles on the surface of the globe covered in water, which actually isn't a thing. And in addition, the rotations that they use is insanely fast. It's not at the rate which we observe of once every 24 hours. It's actually about once every second.
So what are those forces that keep the water on the basketball?
As you were already previously informed, it's actually a non sequitur.
Yes, because
We
your
have the
claim is that water can
observations,
stick to a
and that's
ball.
enough.
Well, we need to try to figure out how this is working then, right? So, wouldn't this be discussed?
They keep making things up, Stacey. It's very hard to keep track of which force is doing what.
Stacy, if you think Chemo's in any way being honest in his discourse, you're sorely mistaken.
I didn't ask you for that advice or opinion, but thank you very much. I will make my own opinion up of people, though, but thank you.
Let's get some evidence on the table. Best thing, we were on a board, right?
So you think when he asks for photographs of the Lewis and Clark expeditions where they did surveying and with the continental surveys, you think that that's a honest discussion? Do you think that's seeking information, seeking fact? Do you think that's true?
Yeah.
Or do you think he's dishonest?
do.
No, you do. Oh, okay. That proves that you don't have any idea how
Because
history
the point
works.
is, he asked you or something, and all you have to do is say yes or no. I do not, or do not have that. Plain and simple.
Right,
You guys make it so hard.
Won't he then just dismiss the evidence which he does? That's
I don't know.
what
In
he's
my
doing.
email, you'd have to ask him, and then you have to provide it first to see if he dismissed
you
it
can
or
judge
not
Chemo.
dismissed it. But wait a
Have you
minute. Can I say one thing real quick, and I'll let you speak as promised. Just because you provide me 10 things of evidence, and I dismiss 9 of them, does not mean I'm going to finally dismiss that last one. Okay? You have to then provide me the information, allow me to do that, and then you can make a comment on it. But just because I dismissed 9 out of 10 does not mean I'm not going to dismiss that last one.
No, you have to dismiss it. It's part of your attempt to try and keep Flat Earth working.
Excuse me, I don't have an attempt. Excuse me, I'm not like a lot of people on here that you know. I don't have an attempt to keep Flat Earth working. You guys don't have to believe anything that these people say to you. I'm not here to try to change your mind, and I understand that you're going to believe what you want to believe. So please don't make assumptions based on other people, what I'm going to think, do, or anything in life, because that's where you go wrong in the world and society fucks up.
Well, it's kind of it's observational. We see that you have been in this for a couple of years, and you have been given evidence, and you've dismissed every piece of it.
Excuse me, Moyak.
Yeah.
You just again said something that's absolutely not even a fact. You can probably go
You
back
haven't
in a lot of
discussed
streams. Wait. You can go back in a lot of streams, and I've actually agreed with you guys sometimes. I've even called out other flat earthers. So I don't know what the fuck you're on right now, but I'm not chemo where you're gonna sit here and poke and prod, and he's gonna allow that. I'm not in the mood for it, honey. I have a good life, and I'm happy. But don't play games and don't be a liar.
And you know what? It's been said that you shouldn't call people honey or sweetie or stuff like that. You should really avoid.
You
It's
cannot
demeaning.
tell me to avoid all I want. This has been my entire life since I've been a kid. Okay? You may
Listen,
not have been
sweetie.
raised that way. That's your own path. If you don't want to hear it, don't listen to me. Don't
Okay,
tell
sweetie.
people how to feel, talk, or
No
breathe.
problem, honey.
Okay?
Dear, come on. Don't get so upset,
Let
dear.
people be themselves, and you do you, and I'll do me.
Why don't you let other people be themselves, Stacy? You're a bit of a control freak, aren't
How
you?
am I not, Moya, and freaking curved? Tell me how I'm not.
Quit lecturing everybody on how to speak. How about that?
I'm being lectured, and you're telling me that as I defend
That's
myself,
all you're doing. That's
that
all
I'm
you're
the
doing.
issue.
Just
Actually,
stick to
Curve,
the
this is where you
argument.
step in and you try to get another argument
Stick-
going, and you get my blood
stick to
pressure
the
rising.
arguments.
And this is your what argument are you having?
All about the flat Earth information. Stick
What
to that.
argument are we
Quit
having
with
right
your
now?
fucking speech police shit.
Please
That would be a
explain
good
to me what
start.
argument are you fucking having with
control
me right
freak.
now? What argument is on the table right now? I don't think you even know.
No
I don't
good
think
ones.
anybody in here knows because Moyak has derailed it to stupidity and personal bullshit. Now I'm gonna go. You guys have a beautiful
Personal
day
attack now.
and enjoy your really, really miserable life that you're having right now.
Say hi to the midget for me.
What's up, Kurt?
Shots
How you doing?
fired.
I mean,
Is
basically,
Kiri the
that's
midget?
all they've
Which one's the
got.
midget?
When we get them in the corner, when we...
Her husband, Epi Jedi.
Irrelevant, Kurt. You want to talk about your partners, your life, your spouse? You want to get into all those things? I don't think you do. So let's keep the personal life out of the discussion, right?
I don't care about the PC term, Gary. I'm on an Apple device.
Is that fair? That's fair. I don't know why you bored earthers resort these tactics to throw flat earthers off. When your own lives are not what you would like them to be. Let's not go there. Let's look at the evidence for the heliocentric model. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're searching for. And yeah, Moyak, it's been a long road, but that road has been filled with just mathematical equations. Right?
So the storm is over.
It
It's
depends.
never over.
It depends.
I know, but just
It's funny how big of a hate corner Chemo has for us.
What happened? Why did Chemo de-roll him?
See, it just de-rolled him, no reason.
Chemo, why did you do
not.
that?
Chemo just kept over talking to us, and then just de-rolled him.
Chemo, why did you de-roll us? Well, Volts, what does that mean?
because he
Chemo
have the
Jones
power.
does what he wants.
That's not nice. Chemo, that's a problem.
Yeah, Druss still has no pictures roll. Can someone fix that?
Yeah. Where is Russ, though? He has to be around for me to fix it.
So yes,
Is he
you know,
right
the
now?
evidence for the shape of the Earth is it's not actually
Starts with
evidence.
Sir Globus, I think.
Globus flat Earth guy. There was a picture of him with a spiral up above. Chemo saw the spiral, didn't like it, and gave him a no pictures roll after that.
So the evidence for this globe idea is wanting, because all of it can be questioned. whether it be measurements, science,
But
theories.
always when Dras is engaging with chemo, Dras is suffering about the chemo's abuse. Always. It haven't been once when Dras didn't pay some price because he have been engaging.
Oh, well, I mean, if he's going to break the rules,
Chemo is so weak, you have to make
going to have to keep a certain order. Yes, that's what we have to do. We have a certain order. But in terms of the globe, yes, in terms of the globe, for example, you guys like to say photographs. Well, we know that they're all animated, CGI.
It's very simple. The moderators are always right.
We know that the animated pictures of the Earth are simply not possible, taken in reality, because of the area that they claim to be in. The problem is space is a violation. Scientific. Can't demonstrate or experiment this idea. Now, obviously, if there's an idea about what is and what isn't in the natural and physical world, imperative that we test.
Chemo, will you say something besides the single word revolts?
Veach, yes, Space Boy, Space Son. So, what is the evidence for space? How can we have gas pressure without a container? How is that possible? Any clues? No? I mean, these are the number one. Like, these are the number one arguments that, you know, they do. I get it because they seem very repetitive, right? It's like, oh, gravity, right? And it's almost like, well, we know if we say gravity, we know what they're going to say. Now, regular people don't. Okay? So that's why we're able to maintain this, because there are billions of people out there who still believe that you guys have science. So, obviously, when we say it to you guys who are familiar with these arguments, I get it. And almost, it's hard to explain, you know, it's kind of like necessary to point out and remind you constantly. Because if it's almost like you want us to stop asking the question.
Did Chemo just leave after you did that? Is that what happened?
After where? What do you mean?
Seems that way.
I'm here.
Who just said that, by the way?
What?
I did, by the way.
Is my mic working?
By the wayside.
Oh, she's
Someone
talking.
said that now I can tell who it is. Chemo's still here. Look, he just spoke now.
Kimo-sabi.
What happened with Just Chemo? What went on?
Oh, the constant revolting. You know, basically he's you know, trying to cause disruption, and yeah, we've just got to put those things to bed early on.
You
What
mean
was
he
doing in
posted the
particular?
picture of you spiraling, Chemo, which was
What did he
very on
do?
point.
What did
Oh
he do in
no,
particular?
that wasn't the
You know?
reason at all. No.
What did he do in particular?
Like I say, attempted a revolt. Yes.
Like in
What
what way?
revolt, Kimo? He was against the arguments and in the arguments.
Oh
In what way
no,
was that
I'm always
revolt?
willing to discuss things with Druss.
Sure.
Kimo, you know, because those things are recorded.
Guys, one at a time, please. Chemo, what did he do exactly that was a revolt?
He says, putting in.
Yes, he was attempted revolt. Yes,
I heard that part. What did he do in particular that was like a attempted revolt?
I just told you.
No, you just keep saying he did a revolt, but you won't say what he did.
Yeah, check his messages.
Well, what is it that you felt you had to de-roll for?
I just told you.
No, you didn't. Why would you de-roll? Why not just mute him, for example? Why'd you de-roll him?
Because that's where the revolt was.
What revolt? You haven't said anything in particular about what he did.
Well, look at his messages.
Well, you need to tell me to do that, first of all. So what is exactly that he did? He posted revolting messages? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And do you mean revolting as in you didn't like them? Or revolting as in what?
Look, this is in-house. We can discuss this. You can DM me.
Are the pictures still on the debate chat box?
Still there, yeah, I didn't delete.
Okay.
Not a picture.
Okay, I'll DM me.
Yes, and we have to put those things to bed early on and get back to the most important thing, which is raising maximal awareness. Now, of course, yeah, again, like I said, I know we're very frustrating. We ask what seems repetitive questions, and it can be like, well, I've heard this before. Yes?
Come on, Kimbo, it's not frustrating. You're